It doesn't matter how much training you put your employees through. If you haven't developed a culture of accountability, then all of that training is wasted. So let me tell you a story. Back when I was at Starbucks, I was training this brand new barista, this green bean, on bar on how to make these drinks. And we were in the middle of the rush. And so I just took a caramel macchiato and I placed it in front of her. So she asked me, hey, how do you make this? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm cranking out these drinks, so I just kind of spout out exactly what comes to my mind, how I think it's how to make a caramel macchiato. Been making them for years. It couldn't be wrong. Well, after I spout out exactly what I thought, then I look over and she's hesitant. She's just not wanting to make the drink. So I look at her. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on? What's up?" And she tilts her head and she's like, "Well, if we make a latte and it's how you said it, isn't a caramel macchiato one less pump of syrup?" Which is one of the things I didn't say. And I looked at her and I was shocked because she was absolutely right. She's 100% right. And before I answered, I looked around, and there were about 3 or 4 other baristas, all within hearing distance, who heard me say this and didn't say a word. It took me asking her in her hesitation, a fresh green bean, to correct me, the person who was training her, instead of my peers. That is what happens when you don't have a culture of accountability. Most businesses have what I call a 90-degree accountability. You are accountable to the person above you, and that's it. But in Starbucks, what I had to train into that store and what so many stores in general need is a 360-degree accountability. You need to be accountable not only to your boss, you need to be accountable to your peers because they are working just as hard, and you need to be accountable to the people below you because they are the ones who are putting in the work and making things happen, and they need to be able to depend on you to do your job as a manager or as a supervisor.